Hello, Assalamu alaikum, and good day. This is Professor Fuzail Ahmed from Department of Business Administration, Islamic College, Waniambari. And today we are going to discuss about business firms and business decisions. So, business decisions are very, very important and crucial. Today we are going to see this interesting topic. Okay, so societies are divided into two categories. People live into different categories. According to manual economics, we can divide them into two categories. One is the producer, another one is the consumer. In a society, you have a lot of people who want products, who have desire or wants to buy products. On the other hand, there are people who are producing, manufacturing, and supplying product. So the consumer is one group, and the producer also called as business firms or firms, FIRMS. Firms are the producers, are the providers of or supplier of goods. So business firms are a combination of manpower, financial and physical resources. So if you go to a company or organization, you will find a lot of people working and a lot of money invested and other physical resources. All put together, you can call it as a business firm, and they help in making managerial decisions. In business, you come across a lot of situations or conditions where you have to take right decision with your prior knowledge, experience, and other factors. You need to take decisions. So the business firms are the economic entities and are on the production side, whereas consumers are on the consumption side. So both producers as well as consumers, they take a lot of decisions. Now we'll discuss in detail about how a firm takes decisions. So the performance of firms get analyzed in the framework of an economic model. The economic model of a firm is called the theory of the firm. Remember this word, theory of the firm. This is the economic model of a business firm. Theory of the firm. So business decisions include many vital decisions like whether a firm should undertake research and development program, should a company launch a new product, occupy or buy another company, expand product, diversify the product. All these decisions are vital and important. Now moving on. So business decisions made by the managers are very, very important for the success and failure of a firm. If a manager or if a senior person in the company takes right decision, this will lead to success of the company. On the other hand, if he or she takes a wrong decision, then it will surely lead to failure of the firm. So complexity in the business world continuously grows, making the role of a manager or a decision maker of an organization more and more challenging. So mostly a manager or a senior person takes decision, but there are certain challenges or complexities that will make the decision critical. The impact of goods production, marketing, and technological changes highly contribute to the complexity of the business environment. So there could be sometimes changes in the production methodology or formula, or there could be some problem in marketing, there could be changes in technology. All this thing will influence the decision making of the decision maker. Now we'll see what are the steps for decision making, how a decision should be taken in a right manner. So what are the different phases or different process of taking this right decision. So there are certain steps for decision making, like when you want to take decisions on problem description, objective determination, discovering alternatives, forecasting consequences. So you need to consider these influences or these factors. So the first step, is define the problem. Before we take any decision, first understand the problem. Without understanding the problem, don't get into solution. Otherwise, we will create another problem. So, what is the problem and how does it influence managerial objectives? Are the main questions. So, before you take a decision, first you need to ask questions like what is the problem and how does it influence managerial objectives? So, decisions are usually made in the firm's planning process. Managerial decisions are at times not very well defined and thus are sometimes source of a problem. So, most of the time, managerial decisions are not well defined. So, when you have a question, when the problem is not clear, then all the decisions may be, it will lead to failure. So, second step is determine the objective. Every company has its own objective, vision, mission, policies, and aims. So follow those things. The goal of an organization or decision maker is very, very important. In practice, there may be many problems while setting the objectives of a firm related to profit maximization and cost benefit analysis or benefit cost analysis. So the primary objective of any company would be profit maximization, and it could be even the second objective could be like cost benefit analysis. I mean, to have a trade off between cost and profit. And there could be questions like are the future benefits worth the present capital? You need to decide whether between present and future. And like questions like should a firm make an investment for higher profits for over 8 to 10 years? These are the questions asked before determining the objective of a firm. Okay, this is the second step. Moving on to the third step, discover the alternative. For a sound decision framework, there are many questions which are needed to be answered, such as what are the alternatives? What are the other options? Suppose if you drop this plan, what are the other plans? If we drop this product, what are the other products? What are the factors under what factors are under decision makers' control? And what variables or factors constrain the choice of options? There could be certain factors which are under the control of decision maker, or there could be factors which may not be under the control of the decision maker. And there are certain factors or variables that constrain the choice of options. There could be like limitations, like you don't have enough money, or you have money but you don't have enough time. You need to complete the project within a week. So these are constraints. The manager needs to carefully formulate all such questions in order to weigh the attractive alternative. And next step is the forecast the consequences. Of course, we are not magicians. We cannot exactly forecast what will happen in future. But with experience or with certain predictions, we can even guess what may happen. So forecasting or predicting the consequences of, the results of each alternative should be considered. So conditions could change by applying each alternative action. So it is crucial and important to decide which alternative action to use when outcomes are uncertain. So the outcomes means the results. So mostly in business, the results are uncertain. You don't know what will happen tomorrow, but we can predict to some extent, and we can make certain alternatives. Okay, so last step is make a choice. Now, after doing all these steps, after careful analysis of other things, now the final step is making a choice. So once all the analysis and scrutinizing is completed, the preferred course of action is selected. This step of the process is said to occupy the lion's share in analysis. This is crucial and very, very important. and this will have an effect on your business. In this step, the objectives and outcomes are directly quantifiable. Okay, so your aim, objectives, as well as the results are directly quantifiable in the sense you can easily calculate them in terms of money or number. It all depends on how the decision maker puts the problem, how he formalizes the objectives, considers the appropriate alternatives, and finds out the most preferable course of action. Okay, now moving on, we have a analysis called as sensitivity analysis. So sensitivity analysis helps us in determining the strong feature of the optimal choice of action. So this is a method, a technique that helps the decision maker in determining the strong features of the optimal choice of this action. So here optimal choice means the best choice that will give you higher profit, as well as that will reduce the cost as much as possible, and that will also fulfill the objective vision of the company. It helps us to know how the optimal decision changes if conditions related to the solutions are altered. Okay. In case if the conditions or certain factors change, then the sensitivity analysis will show us how the optimal decision changes. Thus, it proves that the optimal solution chosen should be based on the objective and well structured. This sensitivity analysis helps us to prove that, or it proves that the decision, whatever the decision we have taken, it is based on the objective of the company or firm. Also, it is a well structured decision. So sensitive analysis reflects how an optimal solution is affected if the important factors vary or change or alter. So to conclude, managerial economics is a competent enough discipline for serving the purposes in decision making. So managerial economics contributes a lot for decision making. It focuses on the theory of the firm, as we just discussed, which considers profit maximization as the main objective. The theory of the firm was developed in the 19th century by French and English economists. Theory of the firm emphasizes, focuses on optimum utilization or usage of resources. See, optimum usage means you make use of the resources available to you to the best. For example, you have money, but you are not using it, or you are not properly using it. This is not optimal utilization. So, optimal utilization of resources is very, very important. And cost control. In addition, you must reduce the expenditure as much as possible by applying various techniques. By reducing the wastages, you must reduce the cost. And finally, profit in a single time period. You must increase the profit. So, theory of the firm approach with its focus on optimization is relevant for small firms and producers. So, this theory of the firm is, highly applicable to small firms and producers. So, with this, we conclude today's class. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.